This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Good afternoon, my Real News Media TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update for October 8, 2023. And in the news this afternoon, videographer charged for alleged shootout with the cops in Manchester. A 29-year-old man has been charged after he and other men allegedly engaged in a shootout with the police, leaving one man dead in Montpelier district in Manchester last month. Jamar Dawkins, a videographer of St. Paul's district in the parish, was charged with 5 counts of shooting with intent, possession of a prohibited weapon, and unauthorized possession of ammunition. Reports are that about 12:45 p.m., lawmen were in an unmarked service vehicle on an operation in the area when they were attacked by Dawkins, his brother, and other accomplices, who fired several shots at them. The fire was returned and one of the gunmen was fatally shot and a firearm was taken from him. Dawkins and the other gunmen escaped. On the same day, Dawkins visited the Santa Cruz police and made a report of his brother being shot and his involvement in the incident earlier when he was arrested. Following an interview session in the presence of his attorney, he was charged with the offenses. His accomplices are currently being sought by the police. Construction worker charged after alleged gun attack in Hanover. A construction worker has been charged after allegedly chasing a man with a gun and firing at him several times in Woodchurch District, Kingsvale in Hanover last month. Charged is 20-year-old Calcito Smith, otherwise called Devin, of Woodchurch District, Kingsvale in the parish. He was charged with shooting with intent, possession of a prohibited weapon, and using a firearm to commit a felony. Reports are that about 8 p.m., a man was sitting at a shop when he heard an explosion. He went to investigate and saw Smith pointing a firearm at him. He ran and was chased by Smith, who fired several shots at him. He escaped unharmed. A report was made to the police and Smith was arrested. Following a question-and-answer session in the presence of his attorney, Smith was charged on Saturday, October 7. Reptile charged with illegal gun possession. A 27-year-old lifeguard from Miami Bay, St. Anne, has been charged with possessing an illegal gun following an incident in his community on Friday. He is Paul Barrett, otherwise called Reptile. The St. Anne's Bay police say about 1:30 a.m., police personnel were in the area when a premises that was occupied by Barrett was searched. During the search, 1.38 revolver and 5.38 rounds of ammunition were found in his bedroom. He was subsequently taken into custody. Following an interview in the presence of his attorney, Barrett was charged with possession of a prohibited weapon and unauthorized possession of ammunition. The police say a court date is being finalized. Porter fatally stabbed allegedly by woman in St. Andrew. The police are searching for a woman following an alleged domestic dispute which resulted in the stabbing death of a porter in Papine, St. Andrew on Friday. The deceased is 36-year-old Karen Henry of Hope Flats in Kintyre, St. Andrew. Reports from the police are that about 3:30 p.m., Henry and a woman who is said to be his common-law wife were at a premises when a dispute developed between them. During the altercation, Henry was allegedly stabbed by the woman. He was later pronounced dead at hospital. The police are probing the development. Ex-NCB worker pleads for meeting with Lee Chin. Claiming she was forced to resign after 15 years due to health issues, a former National Commercial Bank insurance advisor is appealing to meet with the bank's executive chairman, Michael Lee Chin. The 57-year-old former worker, who asked not to be named, told the news that her plight started in 2019 and would last until July 2022, when she eventually took early retirement from the bank. She explained that while at work one morning, she felt a heavy pulling in her head that had her crouching. Taking the advice to have her blood pressure checked, the former worker said she immediately went to the doctor, where she was told that her blood pressure was through the roof. She was subsequently told that an MRI was needed, which showed several tumors on her brain, the former insurance advisor told the news. I found Dr. Carl Bruce, who told me I needed brain surgery quickly. I had the procedure and the largest tumor on the right was removed. Coming up to 3 months after the first surgery, I needed a second surgery to remove a tumor on the left side. Dr. Bruce had to remove 2 tumors, so 3 were removed in all. The frontal lobe had a tumor, she said. Pointing out that the frontal lobe controls an individual's emotions, the woman stated that her recovery from surgery caused the major emotional stress. There are adjustments after major surgeries. Post-traumatic stress disorder, the frontal lobe controls the emotions, so simple utterances would disturb me, light sensitivity in the left eye, so I could not drive, she said. The former insurance advisor said that she was eventually placed on 6 months sick leave, but would still interact with the clients and refer business to the bank. After returning to work, she told the news that she inquired about a medical redundancy, however, she did not qualify. Her next move, the former NCB worker said, was a request that she be removed from frontline duties, as the emotional stress coupled with the novel coronavirus pandemic were proven to be too much. I wrote a letter asking to be transferred from the insurance sales team, but nothing came of it. I sent other emails, called the senior management, and applied for a post, but to no avail. I submitted a medical letter from Dr. Bruce, but to no avail. Staff saw my distress, crying, walking the road, pulling away, but no change came, she bemoaned. The former insurance advisor explained that she would become distressed whenever her customers were unhappy and would have to take walks to gather herself. That, she said, would eventually lead to her resignation. Once the customer is unhappy, I am unhappy. Sometimes when I got emotional, I would just leave the halfway tree branch, walk to Old Hope Road, and come back down. When I was at the UE branch, I did the same thing. I would just circle the ring road and come back in. I kept asking them to take me off the front line. I had never been called into a meeting to address my situation. It was just a hard time, she told the news. The former NCB worker added, I resigned because I couldn't manage emotionally. The place was just not where it was. When I saw the mayhem around me, I kept saying to management that things were not working out because the customers' affairs were not where they were supposed to be. A very big customer said that he was going to go on social media and nobody would want to do business with us when he is finished. I had to run around the block to get his affairs sorted out. I value customers, and once I see the customer, I want to see what I can do for them. That is just how I am programmed, she added. The woman said that life got extremely hard after walking away from her job. She fell on hard times, which forced her to sell her home and a car because she could no longer afford to keep them in her possession. In addition, she said that she has been finding it difficult to pay her monthly bills and has had her electricity disconnected on numerous occasions over the past year. Seeking a new job was also very hard, as the former NCB worker said that she had been turned down by many insurance companies. I tried to find ways to earn an income, but was connected to the wrong people, and that started suicidal stress. I had to sell major assets to relieve a financial debacle, as I could not service them, she said. She added, plus my medical history cannot be hidden. One recruiter asked me if NCB could not have put me somewhere else that is not as aggressive as sales. She even asked why she would employ an NCB person who went on early retirement. The former worker said she is hoping to speak with Lee Chin in the hope of becoming reinstated in another position at NCB. I was told to repeat that I am a salesperson, not a service person, so I find it most heartrending to hear Mr. Michael Lee Chin lament about the service, and that was what I was born to do. I would bring issues to management, but no one listened. I was greeted by the former general manager as high complainer. Mr. Lee Chin, I need an audience with you, she appealed. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.